Good evening, folks. How are you doing? An ultra low latency stream tonight, so you guys should be only a few seconds behind me. But we're going to do things a little bit differently. So tonight on this tagline challenge that we're doing, we're actually going to not allow you to start answering until I say so in the chat. So if anybody is a little bit behind, keep an eye on the chat and you will know when to pop your answer in there. So you'll all get a good look at what the tagline is first before I actually say, right, go. And I think that should just kind of hopefully make things a little easier for everyone as well. And I know you're all going to be there probably Googling these things and all that kind of stuff. But in all honesty, if you know it, you know it. And you're going to be in there quicker than someone who has to Google it to find out what it is. But I think it should be fun. It should be fun. I've spent a bit of time putting these together. There's around about, I think around about 30 of them, 31, 32, something like that. It's a tagline from a famous horror poster. Now, this could go back all the way to the dawn of horror and probably all the way up to, you know, movies in the last 10 years as well. So it's not going to be like an 80s challenge or anything, but they are kind of movies that we're pretty much familiar with. There are a few sort of stingers in there that might get you scratching your head a little bit. But on the whole, it's going to be stuff that's fairly familiar, because there's going to be some really obvious ones that just, you know, as soon as you see them, you're going to know what it is. But it's all about who can put them in the chat quickest. And what I'm going to do is, you will see, I'm going to put this message in the chat. So there, I've put the message in the chat now. That's the message that will signal that you can put your answers in. Anybody that puts an answer in before I do, you will be discounted. And the first person after my message, go, first correct answer after this message wins. Well, not wins, but gets the point. You'll be the one that gets it. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. And thanks to Wraith, who came up with this fantastic idea. I had a lot of fun during the week putting this together, looking for taglines, and you know, some of them I made, I think, too hard initially, and then I backed off. I actually grabbed around about 60. So if people like this, we can actually come back and do another one, because I have 2 episodes worth of taglines to do. But I figure normally it takes around about 2 to 3, you know, about 2 hours to get through these things when there's around about 30 slides to put up on screen. So I thought, you know, 30's enough. 30's enough. So Dazz, hopefully I've made it fair on everybody now, and we'll see really what, you know, we'll see what you're really made of today. Couple of things. I want to thank everybody who has joined the membership scheme over the last week. We've had Dave join, Wolfman's got Nards, Barry's joined. Let me just find out. I've got a list here who actually has recently joined. 1 second. Let me just pull it up. I'm going to shout all the names out really quickly because I'm really, really pleased. So we've got Wolfman's Got Nards, Dave McRae, Soz Bernardi, Joseph Andriano, Adam Allen, Tommy Ricknell, Blake Massengale, Reese Wilson, Julie Osborne, Jen77, William Horner, Paul Rose, Florida Man, CM, Bionic Zombie 2, Wigan Cult Film Club, Batshit Scary, James P, Cody Snyder, Happy Sanjo, David Diggs, Life is Good, Brooke Scarlett, Gary Pryor, Nathaniel Fincher, Duke Fleed, My Chunky George, Frank Riker, Davey Deathray, F. Stop Cornier, Chris Smith, Rate Scary, Dazz, Deshaun Cheney, Andrew Stevens, Myers Fan 1973, Pat That Halloween Movie Collector, Wraith UK, Brett Patrick, Matt Pattinson, Jordan Moran, Dave Carney, Dean Renner, Macca McLeavy, White Rose, Liana Beveridge, and Brandon Collins. And I think in the chat we did have Lee Wilson joined us today as well, and also Bionic Zombie upgraded. And all those of you that did upgrade over the last week as well, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I just wanted to get those shout outs out of the way because I did promise them. We did a live stream last week on Sunday, which was really good fun. That's available on the members channel now, on the members side of things. Also, this Sunday, for those of you that are interested, we're doing a watch along of The Prowler as well, which is going to be good. I've been putting together a sort of different way of doing a watch along. I've been listening to commentaries, taking notes. So it's going to be kind of like a sort of, there'll be fact-based, real fun facts throughout the actual stream. The screen will look a bit different. You'll have the characters on the screen. We may have a few clips, and also there'll be a timer on there as well. So if you come in late, you can join at the right point in the movie. But thanks for everybody that voted for The Prowler for the first watch along. That was really appreciated. It was neck and neck with Exorcist 3, and The Prowler just pipped it at the last minute. So, which personally I'm kind of pleased with, because I had started prepping The Prowler because it did go ahead first. It should be fun. That's going to be this Sunday at 4:00. Also during the week, I interviewed Gareth Morgan from Slasher Trash. He's the guy that opened a Facebook page, gained 200,000 followers on his Facebook page, and then got approached to do a documentary about slashers, which is coming out later this year. They took they asked him if they could use the name of his Facebook page, to name the documentary. That's in production at the moment with all sorts of exciting stuff going on with it. I did an interview with Gareth. He was fantastic, so passionate about the slasher subgenre, and hoping to put that out possibly tomorrow, maybe Saturday. But it's a great interview, and he's such a really nice guy. And I can't wait for you guys to see it because I think you'll really enjoy it. There's some real deep cuts on there. I learned quite a bit, actually, from just talking to him, both before and during the conversation, during the interview. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. Also, my Blu-ray of Hearts of Darkness, the Friday the 13th documentary, the Jason Goes to Hell documentary, is going to be with me on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm actually off on Wednesday, Thursday next week. I've got a kind of an extended break over Easter. So I'm going to watch it. I'm going to reach out to Adam Marcus and hopefully in the next week record the interview with Adam Marcus as well. So that should be fun as well, just to kind of get him on and see what he has to say about working with Sean S. Cunningham and everything. So great. Okay. Let's crack on. Actually, let's just say hello to a few people in the chat first before we do start. Thank you again, folks. So many of you joining us. How many we got at the moment? We've got around about 50 of you here. Matt Pattinson's here. Chester's here. Bionic Zombie's here. Andrew's here. Mize Fan. White Rose. Craig Jex. Bloody Boston. I probably read half of these names out already. Florida Man's here. Who else have we got? Wraith. Liana's here. Hey, Liana, how you doing? Andrew Stevens is here. Neil's here. Good to see you, Neil, from Rubber Mask. Finally managed to make a live one again. I'm going to be so shit at this. You never know. Actually, some of them are quite easy. I thought I would, kind of give everybody a chance at this and also make it as... There should be minimal delay with you guys at the moment. There should be a matter of maybe 5 or 6 seconds. It's not like before where we had 20, 25, 30 seconds. There should be 5 or 6 seconds. And also I'm going to halt the answers until at sufficient time as I think everybody's had a chance to see the slide. Sean's here. Batshit Scary. Good to see you, Sean. Who else? Marisol. Good to see you, Marisol. Tensa Zangetsu's here. Dazz is here. Okay. Paul's here as well. Good to see you, Paul. Pat's here. Right. Okay. Let me just move over to this screen over here. 65 of us watching at the moment. Fantastic. Okay, so this is your first one. Not this one here. This is obviously the thumbnail. It would be too easy amongst you guys to just do The Night He Came Home. So remember, folks, do not put anything in the chat until I put a message in there telling you that you can go. Brandon's going to keep score as usual. He's doing a great job for me on these episodes. Thank you so much, Brandon. And I'm going to reveal the first quote. We're all going to pause. We're all going to look at it. If anybody does answer before I say go, it will be discounted and you'll just spoil it for everybody. So just hold your horses. This is the first one, and real easy one to start with, just to kind of get you guys psyched up. Here we go. Okay, nobody answer it. Do not answer yet. We're going to wait a good 5 or 10 seconds. Give everybody, cue your answers up in the chat. Halloween, Florida man, come on. Okay, and answer now. Oh, there we go. Wow, look at that. Look, everybody gets that right there, look. But I think looking at this, so many of you answered it. Brooke, as far as I can see, was the first one there. So nobody can accuse me of somebody in the UK getting this. Because Brooke, I think you're in the US, right? So let's see where Dazz ended up there. Oh, look, he even went one further and put the director in there. But Dazz, you came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in that. So, okay, I think we're on an even keel now with everybody. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. You are correct. It is indeed Alien from 1979. May the 25th, 1979. Directed by Ridley Scott. Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, and John Hurt. Critics at 93%, audience at 94%. A huge hit with a box office of 106 million, some 47 years ago. Jesus, 37 years ago. 47 years ago now. Okay, so your next one is coming up right now. Again, do not answer, folks, until I say so. There we go. This summer, go to hell. Okay, let's give it another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer now. Craig says Jason Goes to Hell. Brooke Scarlett says Jason Goes to Hell. My Enemy says Hellraiser. Chester says I Know What You Did Last Summer. A lot of Jason Goes to Hell here. A lot of Jason Goes to Hell. Dazz says no clue. Dazz is actually the closest so far because he's he's the one that doesn't know what it is. Everyone else has got it wrong. Oh! Bionic Zombie comes in with The Devil's Rejects, and it is The Devil's Rejects. Look at the bottom of the poster there. This summer, go to hell. Congratulations, Bionic Zombie. You were the first one to answer correctly there. You get the point. Devil's Rejects, July the 22nd, 2005. Directed by Rob Zombie, of course. Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon Zombie. Critics at 55%. Audiences fare more with 78%. And 20.9 million at the box office. The go comes up in the chat before I see the tagline here. Refresh, Paul. Refresh. Refresh the stream, because I'm guessing you've been watching adverts before this comes on, so that kind of puts you on a bit of a delay. So if you refresh, then well, I'll try and give it a little bit longer as well, maybe. But you know, there is a minimal delay this time, and people in the US are answering this before anybody in the UK. So I'm happy that the latency is correct. Your stream was stuttering. Look at this. Excuses, Dazz. Yeah, my stream's stuttering this week. I had to refresh twice. Is it really stuttering? Or are you just kind of making... I've got it monitored here. Let me have a look. Let me have a look here on my monitor. I have literally got like a 5-second delay between what's going out and what's and me speaking. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. I'll give it a little bit more this time, so let's see if more people can... Dazz, it's true, it's true. Okay, let's... Here it is. You can't get rid of the... Don't answer yet, folks. You can't get rid of the... Get ready to answer in 3, 2, 1, go. Mother-in-law. Oh, dear. There we go. We have a correct answer straight away. Tensa Sangetsu gets it with the Babadook. Well done, sir. There we go. You can't really see it there, but it says across the top, you can't get rid of the Babadook. The floater. Herpes we've got here. The stuff, the blob, spookies, the stuff. A lot of people thinking it was the stuff. Florida Man also said the Babadook. Matt Pattinson also said the Babadook. My enemy says skid marks. All these scatological answers here. Okay, let me just put my little thing in the chat here. 1 second. This next one's a really easy one, so everybody's going to get this. But do not put your answer in until I say so. So here we go. There we go. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Don't answer yet, folks. Do not answer yet until I press the button. I figure if I count down, you guys are going to anticipate when I'm going to say it. If I can't count down, you're going to be ahead of me there. So, yeah. While I've been saying this, I've put it in the chat, folks. Go. Wow, look at that. Who was first? Who was first there? Bionic Zombie was first this time. Congratulations, sir. This is going to be interesting, this one, because no one's going to run away with this now. This feels a lot fairer. This feels a lot fairer. I'm happy that we're all kind of in line, or most of us are in line this time. Dawn of the Dead, April the 20th, 1979, directed by George A. Romero. Let me just show you this wonderful UK poster here. There, look, Zombies, Dawn of the Dead. Music by Goblin, of course. Cast with David Emge, Ken Forey, Scott Reiniger. Critics at 92%, audience at 90%, with a box office of 66 million. 66 million? Is that right? That can't be right. Dawn of the Dead never took 66 million, did it? Maybe it did. Maybe it did globally. Maybe it did. I always thought it was less than that. Okay. Hey, Zara. Zara's just joined. Okay, we'll move on to our next one here. And again, do not answer until I say go in the chat. Let's give it, should we give it 10 seconds or 5 seconds? Or do we just go now? Like 1, 2, 3, go. Go. There. Is anybody guessing? Nothing's coming up. Nothing's coming up. Ooh, my enemy says Exorcist. Rosemary's Baby. Psycho. The Exorcist. Amityville Horror, says Zara. Sleepaway Camp. Blanking on this one, says Paul. No idea. Can we go back to posters, Darren, says Dazz. Brandon gets it. It is the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project. There we go. There's the poster. Underneath the title there, it says, everything you've heard is true. Which was a fucking lie as well. The Blair Witch Project, released on July the 30th, 1999. Directed by Daniel Merrick and Eduardo Sanchez. Heather Donahue, Joshua Leonard. Rotten Tomatoes have it at 86% and the audience at 57%, with a whopping 248.6 million at the box office. Amazing stuff. The Blair Witch gaslighting. It did have a disappointing ending. Yeah, they just walk into a room and some guy's having a waz in the corner. I like the Blair Witch Project. I really do like the Blair Witch Project. So, yeah, I like, it was effective for me when I saw it. It worked. I'm afraid to watch it again. I have the big box, the DVD box up there, and I do want to watch it at some stage. Today, however, I did take delivery of this, which I can't wait to crack open this weekend, if you can see that. This 4K of Salem's Lot, this big box with the full remastered TV series on there. You know, the full 3-hour version that came out in the 80s? Really excited to watch that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. You guys ready for the next one? Oh! Andrew just said, I can now announce I'm going to Monroeville Mall in June. Is that, there's like a celebration before they flatten it, basically, isn't there? That's going to be amazing. Yeah, that's going to be terrific. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Can I come? Please. Let's get on with the next one. Here we go. If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight. Don't answer. Don't answer. Wait for a second. When should we hit the button on this one? Should we do it now, or do it in 5 seconds, or do it in 10 seconds? Let's do it in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, go. These are all lines down. Let's talk. These are all lines Darren has told me in private to hurt my feelings, says Frank. Oh, we've got here. My Enemy says Hellraiser. Tenser says Black Christmas. Craig says Black Christmas. Philly Loomis says Black Christmas 1974. White Rose says Hellraiser 2. Myers fan says Black Christmas. Bloody Boston Black Christmas. Brooke Black Christmas. Brandon Black Christmas. Slither we have there as well. It is Black Christmas. Black Christmas from 1974, December the 20th, 1974. Directed by Bob Clark, of course. Olivia Hussey and Margot Kidder. Rotten Tomatoes have it at 71%. Audiences at 75%. A box office of 4 million back in 1974. Interesting that when I talked to Gareth the other day, and you'll see this on the interview, he considers Black Christmas to be one of the best slasher movies ever made. And he talks about it, why. And I did ask him, I said, have you seen the 2 unofficial sequels? I need to tell this to Dave, actually. I forgot to tell him. But he had, and he loved them. He loved It's Me, Billy, and It's Me, Billy too. So, yeah, Black Christmas. He considers to be one of the greatest slasher movies of all time. Frank's in the chat. Thank you again to everybody who joined Frank and I on Frank's channel last Friday. We had a lot of fun catching up. I think it's been over 6 months since we last did a stream. And it was a lot of fun. It was great. So many people went over there to support that stream. And who knows, we might do one again fairly soon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And it's this. The Monster Demands a Mate. What do we think this one is? Should we start? We'll start in a couple of seconds while I just sort this out here. Just watching my monitor there, make sure we're all good still. Kingslayer. No one started yet. Why is everybody answering? No one's started it yet. We're starting. All those that have gone, they're too early. You're not being counted. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Everybody jumping the gun. You never wait for the text, for the message. There we go. Dazz, you did it. You finally did it. Dazz gets it, I think. Let me just double check that. Yeah, on my screen, Dazz is first there with Bride of Frankenstein. I love the little distraction I did there. You guys totally fell for it. Wait for the message in the chat. April the 22nd, 1935 was the date that The Bride of Frankenstein was released. Directed, of course, by James Whale, Boris Karloff, Elsa Lanchester. Rotten Tomatoes have it at 98% with the critics and an audience score of 87% and an estimated box office of 2 million back in 1935, which is pretty impressive, I guess. But I guess there was fuck all else to do back then, I suppose, in terms of entertainment like this. Okay, yeah, so congratulations there to Dazz. I guess Tensor's in the lead at the moment. Is that right, Brandon? I think that's the only person that's actually got 2 at the moment. Okay. Did Brandon ask a question there about Tensor was Black Christmas? Yeah. Hey, Eli. Good to see you. God, the chat's going quick tonight. 83 of you watching at the moment. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let me get this next quote up for you guys. And it is, something has found us. Again, don't put anything in the chat, guys. Hold your horses until I say so. Until you see the message in the chat, any answer won't qualify until you see that message in the chat. Just wait for everything to stabilize, everybody to become in line. Everybody can see the quote, hopefully about now. Ooh. Okay. Brooke. Looks like she's first. Was it Brooke? My chat's scrolling. I'm trying to... Yes, Brooke, you got there first. It is Cloverfield. Cloverfield from Jan 18, 2008, directed by Matt Reeves, Lizzie Kaplan and TJ Miller. Critics have it at 78%, audience at 68%, and a box office globally of 172.4 million. I think Paul, I think you and I went to see this, right? I think we saw it in Florida, if I remember rightly. I remember going to see a double bill of this and Rambo, if I remember right. Yeah, a long time ago. But yeah, Cloverfield's one of those films that actually made me feel quite queasy when I was watching it. One of those shaky cam things. Okay. Let's have a look at the next one. Everybody ready for another? Let me just catch up with the chat there. Yeah, Frank says this fucking movie makes me sick. It does. It's a tough watch without getting, feeling a bit Uncle Dick watching this. Here we go. And remember, the next scream you hear may be your own. Nobody answer yet. Let's just wait a few moments. Let's give everybody an equal opportunity to see this quote, wherever you are in the world. Let's go. Ooh. What Sarah tells me when we're alone, it's Frank. Ah, dear. I think Bloody Boston by a gnat's chuff got in there because Brandon was almost instantly afterwards, as was Brooke. So Bloody Boston, you get the point on my screen here. Congratulations. It is The Birds. The Birds from March 28th, 1963, directed, of course, by Alfred Hitchcock. Tippi Hedren, who I think is, if I remember, I think Tippi Hedren's still alive, if I remember rightly. Rod Taylor, Tippi Hedren, of course, Melanie Griffith's mum. Rod Taylor, critics 94%, audiences 83%, box office 11 million. I think that The Birds, and I might get shot for this, but I think The Birds, on some days, I find it more entertaining than Psycho. I think The Birds is a great movie. Terrific stuff. There's some really, really creepy moments in The Birds. It is a creepy line. You're right, Last Call. It's a really creepy line. That petrol station's in, or even the scene when she goes into the school, and is it the teacher who's sat down on the floor with his eyes pecked out? It's horrible. Horrible stuff. This is too fast. Oh, dear. Never got into The Birds. You're just sulking, Dazz, because you're not winning. That's what it is. The Birds 2 Land's End. Yeah, that is a thing. The Birds 2 Land's End is a thing. And I think Tippi Hedren might have actually made an appearance in that as well. I remember seeing that years ago. The pace of this quiz does not account for those of us with talons. Oh, yeah. Your big old Freddy gloves you wear. Okay, let me just prep for this next one now. And whenever you're ready, folks, I'm going to put the next one up. Humans are such easy prey. Hold, hold, hold until I say go. Let's get everyone to a line. Freddy Gloves, rude. Okay, folks, go. Oh, look at that. Lots of people know in this one. I like to think that I'm giving you just enough time to not be able to Google it and find out what it is before coming back in and punching your answer in. I like to think that all of you that are screaming from beyond at the moment know this because you're good and decent horror fans. Oh my God, the Twisted Locker went on about some shite film to do with birds. God, oh, that would have been Birdemic. That would have been Birdemic. Yeah. That's a terrible film. Bionic Zombie, congratulations, sir. You are the first one to answer this on my screen here, and it is From Beyond. Directed by Stuart Gordon, released on October the 24th, 1986. Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton. Critics at 82%, audiences at 73%, and a box office of just 1.3 million. But yeah, it is From Beyond, so congratulations, Bionic Zombie. My enemy said Predator. Nope, it is From Beyond. Okay, let me just prep for the next part. Just have a look at the chat before we continue. Okay, so Bionic Zombie's got 3 and Tensor's got 2. I guess everyone else who's answered correctly has got 1 point at the moment. Was there a remake of From Beyond? I don't think there was. Does anybody... I mean, if anybody knows different, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. Easy, Paul. Okay, next one is this. There's going to be a fucking massacre in the chat now. Trapped in time, surrounded by evil. low on gas. Nobody answered just yet. Wait, hold your horses. Let's get everybody in line and just watch the... Now, I'm going to take the first answer that has the 3-word title. I don't need 6 words or anything like that, because I know in different territories it was called duh 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 or duh 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 duh. I just need the 3 main words that we know this film by. Okay? And that doesn't have a number in it. So whenever you're ready, go. Whoa. I think everybody, well, Paul, you put the full word in there. You got it all in there. But yeah, Army of Darkness is what I was looking for. There it is. And I think it was Brooke. Am I right? Brooke has 3 now, if I remember right. Is that right? Brooke has 3? Yeah, Brooke. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Brooke, I think, Brandon, I think Brooke was already on to. Someone else pointed that out in the chat. No, the first one was a genuine question. Yeah, so I think Brooke's on 3. It's very complicated to keep up with all of this, especially when sometimes we're going by what shows in my chat first. It might be slightly different. In other areas, you might get somebody's chat message come through slightly before, so there might be a little bit of confusion there. Okay, Army of Darkness, released on Feb 19, 1993. Feb 19, 1993, directed by Sam Raimi. Bruce Campbell, Embeth Davids, I think, was in it as well. 68% with the critics, 87% with the audience, a fan favorite, a real fan favorite, and a box office of 21.5 million. Let's move on to our next one. Okay. This house looked like an easy target until they found out what was inside. Hold your answers at the moment, folks. Let's just give it a few seconds for everybody to be ready. This house looked like an easy target until they found what was inside. Go. Wow, a lot of answers came in there at once. I have to quickly scroll up. What a swizz! I've been mugged off. Why have you been mugged off? Right, who got this? Jason Lidkier gets this one correct. It is Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe from August 26, 2016. Fede Alvarez directed it, who'd previously done Evil Dead and then did Alien Romulus as well, and Girl in the Spider's Web, I think it was, one of those Girl with a Dragon Tattoo sequels. 68% with the wrong one there. 88% with the critics. Audiences at 79%. It did have a sequel as well, about 6 or 7 years later, which was, I thought was fun as well. I thought it was fun. 157.8 million Don't Breathe took around the world. It was a huge sleeper hit, and yeah, congratulations to Jason on that. A lot of people saying People Under the Stairs there. The Outhouse, says Frank. Don't Speak, says Zoe Kavanagh. You probably meant Don't Breathe. Probably meant Don't Breathe there. Poltergeist, says Craig Jex. Don't Breather, says Adam Stevens. Home Alone, says Kingslayer. Christ, I'm shite at this, says Myers fan. My Place with the Life-Size Statue, says Paul. I'm reporting the stream, throwing my toys out of the pram. Why are you doing that? What's... Ah, dear. What is that, because of the Freddy thing? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Even a killer has something to fear. Hold on for a second, folks. I think this one there's going to be a bun fight in the chat as well. Hey, Neil, good to see you, mate. Zara throwing a strop. I have receipts. What receipts? For what? Jay says, Darren, hope you have one of my favorite horror films from 1989. Great tagline. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. We've still got, I mean, we're only 13 in. We've still got another 17 or so to go. So it may well just have one of your favorites in here. Okay. So, go. The Thing. Bloody Boston says Freddy versus Jason. I Saw the Devil. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason. Lots of Freddy Jason. I think. Let's have a look. Bloody Boston, you have it. It was Freddy versus Jason. Even a killer has something to fear. August the 15th, 2003, directed by Ronnie Yu, of course. Music by Graham Revell, cast of Robert Englund, Ken Kurtzinger. Rotten Tomatoes have it at 41%, audiences at 50%, and a global box office of 116.6 million. So congratulations to Bloody Boston there. The energy bill. Yeah, don't. Oh, God. What else have we got here? Yeah, the reviews were terrible. Never saw that tagline. I thought it was Freddy versus Jason, place your bets. There were a few. There were a few campaigns for this. Even a killer has something to fear. I'm making a sequel called Sarah versus Dara. Eli says, don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this amazing channel. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, there's how many have I got likes at the moment on this? 36 of you have liked it at the moment. If you could like it, that would be great. And if you haven't subbed yet to the channel, maybe consider it. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, let's get ready for the next. Where are we now? Let me just find it. I nearly pressed the wrong thing there and gave you the answer. This should be fairly easy for most of you. Their cities will be your tombs. Okay, hold for a second. Hold. This is a real guilty pleasure of mine, this film. Absolute guilty pleasure of mine. Great soundtrack. Hang on a minute, Jason. No answers yet. No answers. Go. Neil says, I suck at these. Brooke says demons. Dazz says demons. Bionic Zombie says demons. Demons, demons. City of the Living Dead says the Beatles. Count says zombie. I know it, but can't place it, says My Enemy. City of the Living Dead. My Enemy says, yeah, demons. Demons, demons, of course, is demons. I think it was Brooke. Did Brooke get it? Did she get that one? Yes, you did, Brooke. Congratulations. Congrats to Brooke for getting Demons from 1985, directed by Lamberto Bava. Great music from Claudio Simonetti. Urbano Barberini and Natasha Hovey star in this. Critics 60%, audiences 74%, and box office of 3 million. Great movie. Really, really cool movie. It's so cheesy and makes no sense whatsoever. But we all love it. Everybody loves this film. Brooke is a beast. Should we have a little look at the scores? Brandon, Brooke must be on, what, 5 now? Or 4 at least or something? How are we doing with it, Brandon? And good on Brandon as well for playing along, even though he's taking all the scores. Multitasking there at home. And I'm glad that you really enjoyed Project Hail Mary as well, Brandon. Okay, Brooke on 4, Bionic Zombie on 3. Excellent. Okay, all to play for. Nobody's running away with it at the moment. There's the poster. Their cities will be your tombs. Great old music soundtrack as well on this. All sorts of bands on this film. Most batshit film ever. It's a film that I would certainly consider to do a watch along to because it is so much fun and makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Like they're all trapped in this building and conveniently a helicopter crashes through the roof for no reason whatsoever. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, next one is coming on your screen right now. There you go. John will never eat shish kebab again. Let's hold and just give everybody a moment to see that quote and for me to have a little snifter here. Brooke says, I have to get going very soon, though. Oh, no. What a shame. You could nominate someone to play on your behalf, I guess. And then we combine the scores. Okay, here we go. Who's jumping in? All these people jumping in early on this one. What are you doing? No one said go. Helicopter has to crash somewhere. Looks like it's Bloody Boston who's got it this time round. Congratulations, Bloody Boston. You are correct. It is Happy Birthday to Me. There's such a hell of a tagline on this film. 6 of the most bizarre murders you will ever see. Stephen will never ride a motorcycle again. Greg will never lift weights again. Who's killing the snobbish top 10? At the rate they're going, there will be no one left for Virginia's birthday party alive. John will never eat a shish kebab again. Pray you're not invited to the party. It's like war and peace in taglines on this film here. Great little slasher though, directed by J. Lee Thompson. May the 15th, 1981 was the release date. Melissa Sue Anderson and Glenn Ford was in this film as well. Superman's dad from the 1978 film was in this movie. And that's when slashers did have a habit of sticking a major star in there. You know, like the likes of Leslie Nielsen in Prom Night and even like Farley Granger in The Prowler. You know, they always kind of put some big name in there to sort of give it some Donald Pleasance in Halloween. Give it that little bit of gravitas. So yeah, it was Bloody Boston. Congratulations, sir. You get the point there. Let's have a look at the chat before we continue. We're about halfway through, I think, which is good timing. Stream's gone bonkers for me. I'm miles out. Really? Oh, I'm sorry about that, mate. Can you not refresh? Can you not refresh? Maya's #1 fan says, sorry, just arrived, so need to catch up. That's okay, buddy. No worries. No worries at all. 76 of us still, 77, sorry, still in the chat at the moment. And I'm sorry, Brooke, that you have to leave soon. Brooke answered too soon. Okay, let's get our next one ready. Just because you're invited doesn't mean you're welcome. Just give it a few more seconds and then we'll give the green light. Mark Ross says, hey Darren, hope you're good and well. Thank you, buddy. I am very well. Lots coming up on the channel over the next week or so. And thanks to everybody that watched the episode that I did with Chris Stanley the other day. That was a lot of fun. We got up early. I was recording like early Saturday morning, like 10 o'clock or something. Sorry, Sunday morning. He was at like 11 o'clock at night in Australia. But we had a good old chat about unmade Halloween sequels, which you can find on his channel. The episode's on his channel. Such a great bloke. Really like Chris. And he stitched me up with the intro for that episode. Big time. Okay, where are we now? Brooke! Bloody hell, Brooke. You know your shit. You really do. It is. Get out. Just because you're invited doesn't mean you're welcome. Get Out, released on the 24th of February 2017, directed by Jordan Peele, of course, Daniel Kaluuya, Alison Williams, critics at 98%, audience at 86%, 255.4 million. A movie that was never meant to get a cinema release, was just going to go direct to streaming until someone went, hang on a minute, this is actually all right. It's happened to a few films over the years that I know of. Yeah. I think Smile was initially a movie that was made for streaming until someone went, you know what? This could do quite well in the cinema. A lot of people, Hell Night there as well. Hell Night. Hell Night's a good movie. I like Hell Night. The Invitation, Waxwork, some people are saying it is. But no, it's Get Out. Are you getting a cob on because your old fingernails are getting in the way? That was a great interview with Chris. Been following him for it. Chris is great. Frank and I have done a number of episodes with Chris over the years, and he's such a lovely bloke. And he's had a really hard time over the last few months, but you know, he's got brighter things ahead for him, and so, you know, it was good to catch up with him because it's been a little while since I've caught up with him, and hopefully he'll come on Only Sans fairly soon as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Today the pond, tomorrow the world. This film, I have seen this film. Fucking awful it is as well. Let's get ready. And 3, 2, 1, go. Cabin fever. Oh dear. Dazz, what's going on? It's all falling apart, mate. This game is stupid, says Florida Man. Look, it's, you know, it's Paul, you got it. Count 1970. My buddy Paul gets it. It is Frogs from 1972. Today the pond, tomorrow the world. And lots of other people got it as well. Bloody Boston got it. Brandon got it. Craig Jex got it. Myers fan got it. My Enemy got it. Rick got it. Tenser got it. Rob McGregor. Chester said Lake Placid. That's a big old pond, Chester. Frog, says Zoe Kavanagh. Hell comes to Frogtown, says Chase. James Pond, we got in there as well. This is hilarious. Bloody Boston says, I'm ashamed I've watched this. I'm ashamed I've watched it as well. I've seen it. I saw it. Oh, God. Do you remember Bostocks in Shipley, Paul? I rented it from there years ago. Okay. The Frogs released on March the 10th, 1972. George McCowan directed this film. Believe it or not, it has a couple of stars in it. Ray Milland is in it, and Sam Elliott. Must have been one of Sam Elliott's early pictures. I don't remember Sam Elliott being in it. Vanderhoff's here as well. He says, hello, Darren. Happy Thursday. I will watch the rest tomorrow at work. I was late tonight. No worries. And Paul says, loved Boss Docs. Yeah, that, mate, that's where we got all the video nasties, the original ones. It was a great little video shop. Fantastic video shop. Yeah, congratulations to Paul on that one. You got it. You got it right. Let's move on. Easy one this time. Queue yourself up. Queue yourself up, and we'll fire this one off. And this is going to be a bun fight. This is going to be an absolute bun fight to see what happens here. Go. He'll tear your soul apart. Whoa. So many of you, everybody got that right. Everybody. I can't see an incorrect answer here, which I think is a first. Rob McGregor, you were first. It is indeed Demon to Some, Angel to Others, Hellraiser. He'll Tear Your Soul Apart. Directed by Clive Barker and released on September the 18th, 1987. Amazing score by Christopher Young, Andrew Robinson, Doug Bradley, Ashley Lawrence. Off the top of my head, I'm throwing these now. Critics 70%, audiences 73%. Claire Higgins as well. Box office of 14.6 million. So the table has been flipped over. I can't believe you're getting a cob on because you can't get in the top 5. Ah, dear. Well done, everybody, on that one. I think that's just about every single person got that one right. Dazz says, I used to think Pinhead was holding a Christmas present. Remake was poo. I don't think the remake was that bad. I went in there with low expectation, came out of it and went, you know what, it was okay. I quite enjoyed that. Dave Vanderhoff says, no matter how fast I am, I'm like 5th and 6th in the chat, even though I'm saying at moments after your question. Well, the thing is, it's somewhat, you know, if you're all hitting it at the same time, it can't put everybody in first place. So it has to kind of quickly sort everything out. And yeah. This time round, it was... who got this one first? Who got it? Rob McGregor. Rob McGregor was the first person to answer this correctly. Okay, next one. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. This is a fairly easy one. Most people will get this, I think. Go. I like that, My Enemy. I admire honesty there. Another one I know but can't place. He's not like going off and cheating and Googling it and then coming back and sticking it in at the back somewhere. He's holding his hands up and saying, you know what? I know it, but I can't place it, and I'm not going to cheat. I'm not saying that anybody is cheating, because I know you're all great horror fans out there, but some people might be tempted to just whack it in Google and... That's always the risk when you do quizzes like this. Okay, let me see who got that one first. I'm trying to find where my... Phantasm... Oh, right. Bionic Zombie. You were the first person to get that one correctly. Congratulations, sir. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. Yeah. Phantasm from March the 28th, 1979. I think I saw this in around about 1981. It's a movie that I watched with my dad around the time that I saw Halloween for the first time. I think it might have even been like that weekend or something, because we would rent a VHS player. You'd get a stack of VHSs with it, and you just binged them all weekend. There was Superman 2, there was For Your Eyes Only, there was Phantasm, there was Star Wars, E.T., even though it wasn't available anywhere. It was one of those type of deals, you know. And Phantasm was one of those movies that I watched on one of those weekends where we would rent a VHS. Great fun. Directed by Don Cascarelli. A. Michael Baldwin, Angus Scrimm, 73% with the critics. Audiences have it at 67%. I thought that would be higher because I thought it was kind of quite popular amongst horror fans, Phantasm. Another movie to me that I love watching, but a lot of the time just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Box office of 12 million was a real, you know, fantastic little independent hit when it first came out. And Phantasm 2 is so fucking good. Who said that? Who said that in the chat? Wraith said that. It is. It is. It is. Really is good fun. I wanted one of those balls as a kid, says my enemy. Quadruple Shotgun in number 2, The Goat. Part 2 is better than part 1. It feels more mainstream, I guess. But I do like the kind of charm of the original one. You know what? And I have seen 3 and I can't remember if I've seen 4, but they do get pretty awful after that, don't they? Okay. Here we go for the next one. Think you're alone? Think again. Okay. We'll get ready to stick this in the chat and queue you guys up. White Rose says part 1 v2 is like Alien v Aliens. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. On a smaller scale, I guess. Right, folks, go. Vanderhoff, wait. Oh, a lot of answers coming in here. Myers fan says Nightmare on Elm Street. Chris says the CIA. Dazz says When a Stranger Calls. Brandon says Hollow Man. Michael Myers says Alone in the Dark. When a Stranger Calls. Wraith says Hollow Man. Craig Jex says The Hidden. Simon Harding says He Knows You're Alone. The Stranger says Florida Man. Chester Franklin says The Thing. Zara says Hollow Man. Bloody Boston says Hallow Man. Yeah, the answer actually is, when I can find it, 1 second. Brandon, you got in there first. It is Hollow Man. Think you're alone, think again. Released on August the 4th, 2000, directed by Paul Verhoeven. Creepy little film. Jerry Goldsmith did the music. It's a great score. Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue. Critics at 27% and the audience at 28%, with a box office of 190 million. 190 million for this. Like, the effects were great at the time. I just think the film's a little bit, yeah, goes to the extreme, doesn't it, in terms of an Invisible Man movie. Okay. Had it on VHS as an ex-rental from Blockbuster, says Zara. What, Hollow Man? Cool. How can I wait? I heard the question and I answered. No, you have to wait for the cue in the chat. I think you were late. You probably missed it. Everybody waits until I put the message in the chat for people to dump the answer in there. Just makes it fair, that's all. It's just so it's everybody's in line, because people receive the stream with, you know, with slight delays across the globe. So I've been adjusting settings on this to make it fair for everybody, because in the past some people have been getting the questions way before others have. So we're on a good even keel now. Underrated Paul Verhoeven film, says Evil Alex. Okay. Rona Mitra, yeah. She was great in the Neil Marshall film. What do they call it? Doomsday. Doomsday is a great movie. Okay, next one is one that everybody should get pretty much straight away. Horror has found a new home. Stand by, Dave. Wait until the nod in the chat happens. And it's there now. Dazz, no clue. No clue? Really? Dazz, are you just falling on your sword in this week? Everybody's getting this one. Dazz has got it. Dazz hasn't got it, but Chris has got it. Myers fan number 1 has got it. Myers fan's got it as well. Wraith's got it. Count's got it. White Rose has not got it. He's got Amityville. The Beatles says house. Chester says house. Brandon says house. Zoe says house. F Stop Cornea says house. House for Bloody Boston. Everybody's saying house. Never seen it. It's on my wall. Oh, you'll like it, Zara. It's good fun. It's really good fun. Really, really good fun is house. Sequels, not so much, but the original's great. Brandon, can we get a little update on the scores? Who was first on that one there? It was Chris J.S. Smith. Chris J. Smith, I think, was the first one. Let me just double check that. Yes, indeed, sir. One of our members. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, it's a very fun little horror flick, is House. Gateway horror. You know, there was a bunch of them around that time, like movies like The Gate. House is one of those films as well. I think Fright Night was around the same time too. One of the best zombies designs ever. You mean Ben? Yeah, he's great when he comes back at the end. And the voice as well. Love the voice on Ben. Brooke's got 5. Bionic Zombie's got 4. Did Brooke have to go? Has she gone already? I didn't see that she'd said goodbye, but that's a shame. There's the poster. Horror has found a new home. You are cordially invited to spend an evening with Roger Cobb and his friends. Don't come alone. February 28th, 1986 was the release date. Steve Miner directed it. Harry Manfredini did the score. William Catt and George Wendt starred. Kay Lenz as well, I think, was in it. Critics have it as 62%. Audience is 54%. And the box office sits at 22 million. Great film. A film I can watch over and over and over again is this one. Just such good fun. Such good fun. The third one wasn't even a house movie. It's just called The Horror Show in some territories. Yeah, you're right. That was it was called House 3, The Horror Show in the UK. And it's really similar to Shocker. It's a very similar storyline. Guy going to the electric chair and then coming back to haunt people. But yeah, it's still okay in its own right, but just tonally is completely different to the other House movies. And I don't think I've ever seen to this day. I don't think I've seen House 4, which I believe isn't a bad thing. So yeah. Okay, next tagline is pray, slay, display. Just hold a second. I'll give you a shout as soon as you can put the answer in the chat there. Go. Don Mac says House 4 is bad. Isn't William Catt in House 4? Bloody Boston says House of Wax, Bionic Zombie, House of Wax, House of Wax, House of Wax. House of Wax, says Dazz. Beatles, huh? Mannequin 2, says DJ Mr. Joel. House of Wax, Silent Light, Deadly Night, says Simon Harding. Chester says House of Wax. It is the House of Wax, or House of Wax. Pray, Slay, Display. May the 5th, 2006. Jaume Collet-Serra directed it. It's gone on to direct some big movies over the years as this director. John Ottman did the music. Elijah Cuthbert, Chad Michael Murray, and if I remember rightly, Paris Hilton as well. That horrible moment with her finger through the drain, I think it is. But yeah, congratulations to Bloody Boston for getting that one correct. It is House of Wax. Critics have it at 28, audiences 44. Wow. I actually watched this a few years ago, not too long ago now. I saw it when it first came out and I wasn't that hot on it. I actually didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was better than I remembered. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know what others think of it. 20 years old. Exactly. When you think about, because around that time Warners were pumping out other movies. I think a few years before that we had 13 Ghosts. And I think 13 Ghosts is probably about 24, 5 years old now. Zoe says, I like it. I like how slow paced it is. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad either. I think slightly unkind at 28%. I have a favorite tagline. I'm waiting to see if you do it. One of my favorites I put in the chat, which was whoever... No, I didn't put it in the chat. I put it in the community section, which was whoever wins, we lose. Which was Aliens versus Predator, which I think is a great tagline. I think it's terrific. Okay. Silence can be killer. What do we think of this one? Silence can be killer. Place your answers in the chat now. Oh, we've got a few here. Look. Paris Hilton looked like she's already made of one. Now, don't Myers fan says hush. My enemy says silent scream. Mute witness says Dazz, as does Michael Myers 3709. Mute witness, silent scream, dead silence says Nige Blood. Terrifier says Adam Stevens. Evil Alex says hush. F-Stop Cornea says hush. Mute witness says Wraith. Bloody Boston says nah, sorry. Hush says Chester. Tron says Florida Man. And with Requiem, we're all lost, even with the brightness full on full. What are you quoting something there? Oh, Alien vs Predator Requiem. Yeah, that grade is a mess, isn't it? Okay, I think the winner of that one was Myers' #1 fan. It is. Hush. Great movie. Flanagan's kind of tribute to Halloween, if you like. Although the guy unmasks himself halfway through and becomes slightly less effective. But it is, I mean, certainly the opening 40 minutes of this film are terrific. And I think it's his own wife that stars in this film, right? Kate Siegel? I think that's Flanagan's wife. April the 8th, 2016 was the release date for this film. In the UK, it just went straight to Netflix. I'm not sure what happened the rest, over the rest of the world. But yeah, it was a direct-to-Netflix movie. I do have the Scream Factory version, which has the shush cut on there, which is the black and white version of the movie, where he kind of heightens all the ambient noise and everything. And it's really effective. It's well worth a watch if you have that version of the film and you haven't looked at it yet. But yeah, 93% with critics. Audiences at 73%. Good little movie. And Flanagan never does you wrong, does he? Flanagan does... All of his films are great. Even his early ones. Oculus, things like that. he's just terrific. And that's why I have faith in what he's doing with The Exorcist. Hopefully he can do something worthwhile with it, like he did with the sequel to The Shining. Yeah, Adam says pretty sure it went to Netflix. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did as well. I think it went to Netflix everywhere. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Evil Alex. I think it loses some of its impact when he unmasks himself later on. Okay, next one. I think everybody should get this next one. I think this one will be one that you're all screwed. Now, there are two titles for this film, depending on which side of the world you're on. Actually, I don't know if those if the two titles still stand, but I'll accept either. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you want to put the original title in there, original US title, I think that it was released under, then that's fine. If you want to put the more widely known title that it was kind of changed to for its international release, and I think remains across the world now, then that's good as well. So this is the tagline. This woman has just cut, chopped, broken and burned 5 men beyond recognition, but no jury in America would ever convict her. DJ Mr. Joel, not yet. Wait until I give the word in the chat that you can place your answer in there. DJ Mr. Joel, doesn't count. I haven't said go. I've said go now. Oh, Brandon puts both in there. Maybe putting both in there cost you. Is the chat froze? So we have my enemy says I spit on your grave. Brandon says I spit on your grave, aka Day of the Woman. That's correct. Yep. Zoe says I spit on your grave. White Rose says, oh, you're thinking Miss 45? MS 45? Myers fan says, fuck. Did you go early, Myers fan? No. Bloody Boston says, horrible film. Never seen it, says Evil Alex. I had to manually accept about 20 chats. Really? Oh, okay. Right. I'm guessing. Let me just have a look at that. Oh, that's bizarre. Okay, so YouTube is censoring us talking about I spit on your grave. That's weird. Yeah, I know it's an awful film, but, you know, we still should be able to talk about it. Wow. Okay. Here we go. There's the poster. But no jury in America would ever convict her. Released on November the 22nd, 1978. Directed by Miyazaki. Camille Keaton, who's actually appearing at Sheffield HorrorCon this year. Critics at 53%. Some critics liked it. Audiences at 58%. And a box office of 24 million. Don't think it's the actual film that's the problem. I think it's just the words. Well, nobody said a real... Well, you mean the words I spit on your grave? Okay. Maybe that's an issue for YouTube. I've never had that before. We've done Video Nasties episodes where we've talked about this movie, and it's never, ever caused a problem. Maybe it's just multiple people all saying the title at once. Okay, well, let's move on from I to the next one. Let's get that one out of the way. It's not the house that's haunted. Okay, hold, folks. Don't put your, if you're new to the chat, don't put anything in there just yet. I spit on my YouTube. Yeah. Okay, folks, you can go now. Okay, have we got any correct answers on this one? Sorry, I was just reading Don Mac's suggestion. You put go in a message and then tell everyone as you post it. The first right answer after you post it wins, but any answer posted before the go is... That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, right? I can't put it up... I can't say go at the same time as the image because people receive the image at different varying times, a few seconds apart, so it's unfair. I have to wait until everybody knows what the question is and then we say go. So that's the thinking behind that. Oh wait, who won the... Right, okay, let me just have a look at that. Sorry, Brandon, we got so distracted with it was my enemy won I Spit on Your Grave. Sorry about that, Brandon. I know you were too busy moderating when that happened. Okay, let's figure out who's won this one here. It's not the house that's haunted. And it is... Wraith is the first one. My Enemy said Salem's Lot. Wraith said Insidious. Nige Blood said Insidious. Bloody Boston said Insidious. Chester said The Exorcist. Brandon said Insidious. The Others says Florida Man. Myers fan is Insidious. And there's the poster. The tagline is just underneath in green. You can barely see it. It's not the house that's haunted. And we're now on... What have we got coming up now? It's Insidious 6 coming out this year. Insidious 5 was the biggest of the lot. No, Don Mac, if you'd have been here at the start, you would have realized that I said, if I count down 3, 2, 1, go, people can anticipate it and jump it. So I'm trying to trick people. You've got to keep your eye on the chat. Keep your eye on the chat. As soon as that message goes, then you go. Take no notice of what I'm saying, because if I count down, people will get used to that. It's all about pushing at the right time rather than trying to jump the gun. Never seen any Insidious, says Dazz. Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah. Many times. That's hard to do. Well, I'm just trying to make it fair for everybody, that's all. Okay, so next one. So actually, Insidious, the details on Insidious. Release date April the 1st, 2011, directed by James Wan. Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, critics at 66%, audiences at 62%, and a box office of 99 million. Okay, here we go. The next one is... There's only one thing wrong with the Davis baby. I fear a lot of people will be turning to Google for this one. This is a movie I've seen once. I've got no real desire to see it again. It's one of those films that is kind of its time, but also... There we go. And I think it was Myers fan who got there first. Myers #1 fan, sorry. There's a Myers fan and a Myers #1 fan. It is, you're right, it is It's Alive. Directed by Larry Cohen from April the 26th, 1974. Bernard Herrmann did the music for this film, of all people. John P. Ryan in the cast. Critics at 67%, audience at 52%, and a box office, decent box office of 7 million for 1974. Did well. It did well. Congratulations to Myers fan. Bionic Zombie got it as well. Dazz got it. It Lives, says My Enemy. I know what you were saying. You almost got it right. Brandon got it correct. Wraith said Rosemary's Baby. F-Stop said It's Alive. Sopper Princeville said Rosemary's Baby. Chester said Rosemary's Baby. The Beatles said The Davis Baby. Okay. My Enemy, It's Alive. Neil says Rosemary's Baby. Myers number one fan said it came out when I was born. Excellent. Larry Cohen, very underrated director. Yeah. Robin, who came on the show the other week, Robin Block from Creative EC, he loves Larry Cohen. He loves his films. Okay, here we go. There we go. It doesn't think, it doesn't feel, and it doesn't give up. What's this from, folks? This is an interesting one. You can start your answers now. My boss. The Terminator, says Chris. Everybody's going with the Terminator. Everybody's going with the Terminator. I can tell you, Myers number one fan has it correct. It's It Follows. You see at the bottom there, it doesn't feel, sorry, it doesn't think, it doesn't feel, it doesn't give up. Amazing movie, which I find gets better with every watch. When was it released now? March the 27th, 2015, directed by David Robert Mitchell, who's just released the trailer today for his new film with Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. About, I think it looks from the trailer about the Cretaceous period being brought forward to modern day. Interesting trailer. Who was this? Oh, it's Micah Monroe was in this from Longlegs. 95% with the critics, audience at 66%. I think now that he's got his new film out there, or it will be out there in the summer, he will do It Follows 2, I keep reading, which has been on the back burner for a while now. So really looking forward to It Follows 2. I loved the first movie. It's again one of those, and takes so many cues from Halloween, so much influence from Halloween in this film, but not in a kind of in a very gracious way, I would say. You know, a bit like Neil Marshall nods and winks to Carpenter throughout his films. He's not stealing ideas, he's paying homage to Carpenter, and that's what David Robert Mitchell does in It Follows, I find. But yeah, Myers number one fan, congratulations there. Brandon, have we got a little update on what the scores are at the moment? Myers number one fan, I think he's took the last two. Could be coming up in Brooks' slipstream. Let's just have a look at what the scores are before we move on. Don Mac says It Follows is so stripped down that it doesn't repeat well. There's not one quotable line. That's fair enough if that's how you feel about it. I find that it's something that you that kind of grows on you every time you watch it. You notice more things the more that you watch it. I don't find that it's a movie that's quotable whatsoever. It's borderline art house horror. You know, it's a really smart little thriller, I think, a smart little horror. Curious if the sequel will explain anything. I think the less you know, the more creepy it is. But I know the sequel's called They Follow. Okay, so the scores at the moment are Brooke 5, Bionic Zombie, and Bloody Boston are on 4. Yeah, the movie does use the movie's got a terrific score, Chester. Don Mac's really not a fan and doesn't mind telling us either. Are you sulking, Don Mac? Okay, let's move on to the next one. She's evil, and not just high school evil. Get your answers ready, folks, and then when the message goes in the chat, fire away. Don Mac hates It Follows like I hate Scream 7. Oh dear. Okay. A lot of you getting this one, I think. A lot of Jennifer's Body answers. Carrie, says Michael Myers 3709. Carrie, says Chester. Brett says, who's winning? Total bummer I miss. Are you still on the flight? Or have you landed now? At the moment, we have Brooks winning at the moment, but Brooks had to leave, Brett. So she may well come back. I don't know, but and she may well still win. There's a few more to go. We'll see, but yeah, Brooks in the lead at the moment with 5, and the person that got this right is Dazz. Congratulations, Dazz. It is indeed Jennifer's Body. September the 18th, 2009, directed by Karen Kusama. Megan Fox, Amanda Seyfried, critics 46%, audience 35%, and a box office of 31 million. He's crying in the chat. I got one. I'm not a huge fan of this film. I think it's okay. I just don't think it's very well made. But I know that there's an audience for it out. I know there's a big fan base for it out there. But it didn't impress me when I first saw it. And I tried to watch it again a few years ago when I was just kind of like, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, congratulations to Dazz. You finally got one. Well done, sir. Okay, we're getting close. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. 6 left. And the next one is, I warned you not to go out tonight. Wait for the cue in the chat, and then you can all bombard the chat. I know this one will be one that a lot of you know. There we go. Go. Yeah, lots of people know this one. Maniac 2, says Chester. Okay, Michael Myers 3709, I think, is the first person to get it there. It is Maniac. And yeah, I love the poster for this film. Terrific. Brandon gets Maniac as well. My Enemy says Maniac. Myers fan number 1 says Maniac. Chester says Maniac 2. Nigel Bud says Home Alone 2. Paul says never seen Maniac, never wanted to. It's a sleazy little movie, but it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. Brandon says I almost bought this poster recently. Yes, the poster's fantastic. All-time poster. Decent remake too. Yeah, Elijah Wood's remake. Maniac 2. What the heck is that? Well, you say that, Don Mac, but the last horror film with Joe... My God, I've forgotten his name now. Who's the guy from Maniac? Joe. Somebody out in the chat, help me out. I'm blanking here. Spinell, thank you. Joe Spinell. He made a movie called The Last Horror Film with Caroline Munro. And in some territories, it was called Maniac 2. So I get the confusion. Spinell, Joe Spinell. Yeah. She speaks so highly of him. Whenever you see interviews with Caroline Munro, she speaks so highly of Joe Spinell. Said he was an absolute dream to work with. For me, he fits into that kind of Burt Young category. As someone once described him on another podcast, as someone who looks like a meatball that's been dropped in an ashtray. Released on December the 26th, 1980. Directed by William Lustig. Joe Spinell. I've got it written down here. I don't know why I didn't even just look. Critics at 40% and audiences at 55%. Caroline Munro, best 34-year-old teenager ever. Yeah, she was in, what was it, Horror High or something like that. She did. She played a teenager in her mid-30s. She still looks amazing today, bless her. She really does. Jeez. Did Elijah Wood do the remake? He did indeed do the remake. He did do the... Darren hates Burt Young, Dennis Franz, Joe Spinell. He would hate people from Brooklyn. Well, they're all sort of cut from the same cloth, aren't they? All sort of wandering around in their vests and threatening to hit their kids with their belts and stuff, you know. It's that sort of thing. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Please do not... Is Frank still here? Because he loves this film. Please do not disturb Evelyn. She already is. I'm going to go pretty quick with this one because I think some people might have to Google this one. So I'm going now. Let's see if anybody can get this. No idea. Mother's Day. The Evelyn Dead. Maya's #1 fan. Sopper Prince Will says Mountaintop Motel Massacre. Evelyn comes out of the grave. Mountaintop Massacre. Bloody Boston. Mountaintop Motel Massacre says Brandon. Mother's Day says Chester. Burt Young is great in Amityville too. Yep, he is. He's a great actor. I have nothing wrong with Burt Young's acting skills. Who the fuck is Evelyn? Well, I'll tell you who Evelyn is. This is Evelyn. And it is Mountaintop Motel Massacre. And it was... Let me just double check who got it. It was Maya's #1 fan who got that one. Released in 1983, directed by Jim McCulloch Sr. Cast of Anna Chappell. Critics didn't review this, apparently. There's no score with the critics, but 35% with the audience. But yeah, this is one of Frank's little cheeky guilty pleasures, I think. I think I've seen it. I can't remember, but it always amused me in the video shop. Did this title? Let's see what the chat are saying about this. Yeah, so many of you got that actually. Well done to Sopper, to Michael Myers 3709. Who else got it? Did Brandon get it as well? I think. Seen it once, says Myers fan #1. Yeah, it's not a film you would go back to here, is it? What? Neil says, what the fuck is Mountaintop Motel Massacre? Yeah, Wraith, right? I remember seeing it in the video shop, probably right at the side of Microwave Massacre or something like that. And it used to scare the bloody hell out of me, did this thing. She looks a lot like my ex-wife, says Brandon. Oh dear. I love the fact that they live at number 13 as well, which is just great. Can we just have a little score tally check up, Brandon? It was let me just check, Brandon, for you. It was Maya's number 1 fan on the screen now who won that one. There we go. Okay, let's just wait for the scores before we move on. We're nearly there, folks. Nearly there. Just 2 or 3 more. The title is better than the movie. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Brooke's still in the lead with 5. Well done, Brooke. Wouldn't it be great if Brooke wins and she's not even here? Just kind of blasted through at the start and then went and, I don't know, picks her kids up from school and comes back home and she's won. Bionic Zombie, Bloody Boston, and Maya's number 1 fan with 4. Cool. Okay. Next one. And there's going to be an absolute massacre in the chat for this one. So hold your horses until I say go. But sleep kills. Just give you all time to type that out before the chat room becomes a bit of a blur. Get ready, folks. We'll count down this one. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. There's a good 20 plus answers all just flying up in the same within the same few seconds there. And it was Paul. You got it right this time, buddy. Well done. It is A Nightmare on Elm Street from '84. And there is the beautiful Graham Humphreys artwork that was used in the UK on the UK VHS, in the UK cinemas. Artwork which I think is superior to the US artwork. I think it's a great color palette. Yeah, I used to have a poster. Well, I didn't have the full quad poster, but I had like one that you got in a magazine or something. I would love a one sheet or a quad version of that in here, especially in one of those light boxes behind me. That would be terrific. It is a beautiful poster, Dazz. You're absolutely right. I mean, Graham Humphreys just did amazing artwork. They've just released, or it's about to be released. I know I got invited to a screening of the documentary about him the other day. In fact, Robin from Creative VC invited me to go along with him, but I couldn't. It was the night my wife was coming back from holiday, and I couldn't go along. But I'm dying to see it. I know it's only short. It's only an hour and a half or so, but it will be, because he's a fascinating guy and he's got great talent. It'd be really cool to see that documentary as soon as it's released. Nightmare on Elm Street, released November the 9th, 1984, directed by Wes Craven, obviously. Music by Charles Bernstein. Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, 94% with the critics. Audiences at 84%, and a box office of 57 million. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Didn't he do... Oh, a couple of questions about... He did do the Return of the Living Dead poster. He did the Evil Dead poster. He did Elm Street 2 as well, I believe, in the UK. The one with Freddy stood there with his hands like that, with the school bus in front of him. Yeah, the documentary, I'm really, really excited to hear about it. To see it, sorry. Okay, let's move on. Are we ready? It's cheaper than a chainsaw. I love this tagline. I really love this tagline. Spookies as well, Wraith. He did do Spookies. Awesome poster, shit film. Go! Texas Chainsaw Massacre, says Chester. Pieces, says Dazz. Myers #1 fan says The Nail Gun Massacre. Bloody Boston says Nail Gun Massacre. Michael Myers 3709 says Nail Gun Massacre. Brandon says The Nail Gun Massacre. Driller Killer, says Nigel. A butter knife, what the fuck, says Paul. I like the tagline, but I have no idea what the film is. I like that, Rick. Good for you that you just kind of hold your hands up and say, "You've got me. I don't know," rather than going off and Googling it. Feel free to go off and Google it if you like. It is, I think, who did we get? Myers fan #1 got it right, and it is. It's Cheaper Than a Chainsaw. Nail Gun Massacre. A very penetrating story, apparently. A movie. I don't think I've seen Nail Gun Massacre. I don't think I have. I don't remember seeing it. And I certainly don't recall that artwork. But it is artwork. It is the tagline that appears on pretty much all the different artwork for this movie. But yeah, I can't remember seeing this, but I did like the tagline. The fuck is this? Says Ray. Look at that. DJ Mr. Joel says, we're on surname terms, are we now? Sands, do you know the artist Dan Seagrave who did the cool death metal record covers in it? I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. I will never watch that film if I live to be 100, says Paul. And Myers #1 fan says, terrible film, seen it last year. Actually, I'll show you at the end. I did get a few little Blu-rays, which I'll share with you afterwards, just before we go. 88 Films released it on Blue about 10 years ago in the UK. Oh, was it one of the Slasher collection? I would imagine so. I would imagine you can still get it as well, because I'm quite sure not too many people will be dashing to buy that. Nail Gun Massacre, released in 1985, apparently, directed by Terry Lofton, starring Rocky Patterson. You know, Rocky Patterson. And no critic has watched it, according to Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience have it at 35%. And apparently box office was minimal. Okay, let's move on. Angela is having a party. Jason and Freddy are too scared to come, but you'll have a hell of a time. Hold your answers, folks. We're ready to go in just a few seconds. Still 87 of you watching at the moment. Thank you so much, folks. That's really kind. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream, it really helps me and the channel. There's twice the many people watching at the moment than there is that have liked the stream pretty much. So please, if you could afford me a like, that would be really, really cool. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that would be even better. Okay, a few of you jumped the gun with that one. A few of you jumped the gun. Chris and Wraith jumped the gun. But it looks like Bloody Boston, I think, got that one. There's a fairly easy one, was that one. Let me just double check who got it. I think it was Bloody Boston. Yes, it was. Chris and Wraith jumped the gun there. So unfortunately, I can't count that one. But yeah, Bloody Boston has Night of the Demons. And it is, of course, Night of the Demons. There's the poster. There's the UK quad poster. Angela's having a party. Jason and Freddy are scared to come, but you'll have a hell of a time. Great fun movie. Frank and I did an episode on this and really enjoyed watching this again. Okay, released on October the 14th, 1988. Kevin Tenney directed it. Amelia Kincaid starred. Critics have it at 40%, audience at 64%, and a box office of just around about 3 million. So congratulations there to Bloody Boston. Brandon, before we go to the three-way tie between Bloody Boston, between Brooke, Bloody Boston, and Myers #1 fan. All right, okay. That would have been so cool if Brooke could have stayed. I would love. Listen, my analytics tell me that I have a female audience of around about between 5 and 10%. Okay. For a woman to win this, it would have been absolutely brilliant. It would have been absolutely brilliant. And maybe she will. Maybe she will tie in first. We'll find out in a second. But let's have a look at it. Let's have a look and see if who's Brooke tied with? Bloody Boston and Maya's #1 fan. So one of those two has to get this final one to beat Brooke. Unless Brooke can just sneak back into the chat at the last second here and take it. That would be fantastic. I'd really like that. Okay, this is, and everybody's going to know it. I'm gonna get the cue in the chat ready. Everybody's going to know this. This is our final one, folks. Sometimes dead is better. Hold. Don't anybody jump in. Let's pause. Let everybody get that answer. Wouldn't it be a pain now if I said I want the exact spelling for this? But no, I'm not going to be that cruel. I'm not going to be that cruel. Oh, Evil Alex, hold. Hold. That doesn't count. Go. Who got it? Who got it? Was it Bloody Boston? No, it was Jason. Jason Lidkier. Congratulations, mate. You got the final one there. I think everybody got it correct pretty much, apart from Brett Patrick, who said Pet Sematary 2. But I think you're messing around there, Brett. I typo the title anyway. It would, listen, Evil Alex, you've been a huge supporter of this channel for a long, long time. I would have accepted it. If you'd have got in before, after I'd have said go, I would have accepted it. Pet Sematary released on April the 21st, 1989, directed by Mary Lambert. Elliot Goldenthal did the music. Dale Midkiff, Fred Gwynn. What was the blonde lady's name who was in it? I can't remember now. Miko Hughes as well, of course. 57% with the critics. Audiences have it at 60%. This, I remember when I first started work at 16 years old, this was the movie that was playing in the cinema, along with, I think it was Back to the Future 3 and Ghostbusters. No, Back to the Future 2, sorry, and Ghostbusters 2. 37 years ago when I first started. Congratulations to... Now I've got to find the results, Brandon. They were all tied, weren't they? It was Brooke, Bionic, and Miles. Myers fan. 1 second. Three-way tie between Brooke, Bloody Boston, and Myers fan #1. So even though Brooke peeled off halfway through an hour ago, she still won. She still tied in first place. Congratulations to the three of you. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to move back over. I'm just going to show you the poster, actually. There you go. There's the UK quad poster. Fantastic stuff. I'm going to go back to this screen here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this. I just wanted to share a couple of releases which I've just picked up in the last few days. Obviously, I showed you Salem's Lot, this box set here that has the 3-hour TV version all remastered and everything. Terrific stuff. Can't wait to watch that. The other one that I just received today as well was Hard Boiled in 4K. Another one I can't wait to watch. And then during the week, a couple of cheesy horrors turned up, which were a 4K of Sorority House Massacre, which I haven't seen for a long time. I've forgotten how short it is. 74 minutes, that movie. 4K of that. A 4K of Absurd, which is a kind of unofficial anthropophagus, whatever it's called, sequel. And then Transmission just released special effects, which I'm going to look forward to watching this weekend as well. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a really fun little idea. Thank you to Wraith for suggesting this. He came up with this idea last week, and I kind of followed through with it all week, and it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I have got enough taglines to do another episode, which we'll maybe do a bit further down the line. I'll come up with something new for next week. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I'm planning on having a reasonably quiet Easter. I am at home for the most of next week, so I will be pumping out some content of some sort. And I want to do a live stream on maybe Tuesday. We'll do the normal Thursday, but I do want to do a live stream on Tuesday. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. I'm looking for a guest to bring on Tuesday evening, so we'll see what happens there. What else is there? Thanks again for those of you that have joined the member scheme. We had a great time on Sunday doing the first members live. I was so pleased so many of you turned up for that. That was really cool. Thank you for supporting that. We have the Prowler Watch Along, which is happening this Sunday, 4 o'clock UK time, 11 a.m. EST. If you want to get in on that, then you'd have to join the member scheme. There's a button down below. If you're with Apple, might be an idea to do it off a desktop, because I know if you do it on your iPhone, they put a premium on the price, which I have no control over, and it's a pain in the backside, because they do put about £3 on top of what the price is. So yeah, watch out for that on Sunday for all those Cropsy Crew level members. 4 o'clock Sunday. If you're a Prowler member, then you can just pay a little tiny fee to upgrade to be part of that stream and for the rest of that month. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. This was great. I shall release the Gareth Morgan Slasher Trash episode over the weekend, probably Friday, maybe Saturday. I might put it on the members thing for 24 hours and then release it on Saturday, just to give this video a little bit of breathing room. And yeah, it's a great interview. He was really fascinating to listen to, and he's had an almost like a miracle journey that he's had, whereas he created this Facebook group and now he's been approached to be part of this big documentary that's happening later this year. So it's a really nice story. He's a nice guy, very knowledgeable about the slasher genre, and I learned quite a lot listening to him. So I'm sure you'll enjoy it when I put it out there. That's it. That's enough for me. It's just gone midnight here. I shall see you all soon. Cheers.